How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another MLB The Show 22 franchise rebuild. Now, in today's, we've got our final central team in the AL. It is going to be the Minnesota Twins. So if you're enjoying the content, leave a like on it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let me know down in the comments below some more video ideas. Check my social down in the description. Got a playlist down below containing other MLB The Show 22 franchise content. Check my channel if you like content with me, TJP. So, just to recap, like I said, these are meant to be fun. So there might be some moves that might not be super realistic. That's not the goal, obviously, but just putting it out there in case anyone wants to comment that. So, with that all being said, let's get on to rebuilding the Minnesota Twins. All right, locked and loaded into MLB The Show 22. And before we do some trades, we got to look at our roster. But yeah, we definitely have some areas of improvement. So let's look at the team. Now, Byron Buxton, though, he is going to be here for the long term. Got Luis Arias. So Luis is here. We got Polanco at second. Got Miguel Sano. Gio Urshela, Carlos Correa, it's a cool pickup there as well. Max Kepler, Gary Sanchez, and then Alex Kirilloff. So Alex Kirilloff, okay. Interesting, and then we got Jose Godoy coming off the bench with Jeffers, Nick Gordon, we got Royce Lewis, one of our top prospects. Okay, I mean, there's some decent players. Miranda is here as well. He's a pretty decent prospect. Maybe we'll move him, maybe we won't. Rotation-wise, Gray, Paddock, Ryan, Bundy, and then Jordan Balazovic. So, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, he's, might have some time to develop. We'll see how he ends up. The bullpens, we got Strawman, Ober, Chris Archer. Yeah, some decent pieces here. We got Tyler Duffy, who's going to be the closer. Caleb Thielbar is here as well. Emilio Pagan, Joe Smith, still in the league. Alcala with Stashak. So, okay. There's some decent players. Here, but we definitely want to maybe improve our couple of the positions right here. First base, left field. That's probably the priority. All right, so this first round we're going to do with the Phillies. We're going to get Rhys Hoskins for Chichi Gonzalez, Francisco, and then Trevor Larnach. So Rhys Hoskins is going to be our first baseman now. We're going to do this deal with the Yankees. We're going to bet Giancarlo Stanton, who could be like left field / DH. And we're going to give up Sano, Archer, and Kevin Merrill. So Giancarlo Stanton, welcome to the squad. Alright, so I think that's all the moves we're going to make for now. So we're going to maybe make one at the All-Star Week, potentially, I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe All-Star Week. So I'm going to simulate, and I'll see you guys once I'm there. Alright, the Cubs are going to give me Yan Gomes for Blaine Enlow. So I'm going to do this trade. I mean, might as well get a catcher. I mean, Yan Gomes has been hot as of late, hasn't played too much, but I'll take him on the squad. Our week is upon us. We're currently sitting at 40-50, not doing too great. Probably not going to make the postseason this year, which is not too big of a deal, but we've had a ton of injuries, too. Gio Urshela's hurt. Chris Paddock's hurt. Rhys Hoskins is, I think, gone for the season. Even when he was here, he wasn't doing that great. So, yeah, I'm a bit flustered here. And Chris Paddock was doing pretty good. Yeah, so we got a lot of injuries, which is kind of unfortunate. Taking a look at the lineups, seeing how everybody's doing. So Byron Buxton's not playing that great. I thought he'd be a little bit better, but he's kind of struggling. Luis Arias is doing okay. Or Reyes. I think is it Reyes or Arias? I feel like, yeah, well, Luis is doing all right. Giancarlo Stanton, though, is doing fantastic. So he was a good pickup. Gary Sanchez, you doing a little bit better. Carlos Correa, decent season. Jorge Polanco, pretty decent season. Kepler, not terrible. Kirilloff's got to play first base, and he's been kind of having a bad season there. And then Austin Martin's been on fire, which is nice to see. So good for him. He's making, he's playing well to start off his career. So that's good to see. Look at the bench. Nothing too incredible. Jeffers, limited amount of time, decent. Okay, yeah, this team is not going to make the postseason this year, which is fine. Sonny Gray has been called as late, he's having a decent year. Joe Ryan's kind of not been amazing. Kente Maeda has been alright. Jordan Balazovic has been pretty good, and then Dylan Bundy's hasn't been good at all. Bailey Ober, okay. Jorge has been great. Pagan's been pretty okay. Cody's been struggling. Thielbar's been great. Joe Smith. Tyler Duffy's been pretty decent. Maybe just slightly a little high on the area, but 30 saves is pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a move we can make now to keep long term. But I personally don't think it's even worth it because I don't think we'll make the postseason. But I'll look for a deal, but chances are I'm probably just going to keep the team the way it is. Let's deal with the Nationals. I feel like I want a first baseman at least for the rest of the season, so I'll take on Josh Bell, and we're going to get rid of Curtis Terry, Daniel Robertson, and Stevie Berman. So there you go. Josh Bell is going to be our first baseman after the rest of the season. And yeah, we'll see you guys at the end of the year. We're pretty terrible this season, 78-84, did not make the postseason, and we had a really bad month of, I think it was August. So yeah, pretty terrible stuff there. Gary Sanchez really extended him and he ended up injuring his wrist. Amazing. Dylan Bundy also got hurt as well. I mean, he wasn't really having a good season, and Rhys Hoskins obviously is still injured. So yeah, I feel like injuries definitely played a role though in kind of derailing the season. We weren't going to make the wild card, so yeah, no, it was a pretty bad season. Dodgers won 112 games. They were really, really good, but Byron Buxton didn't have that great of a season at the plate, so hopefully maybe next year he'll be a little bit better. Leafs was pretty good, though. Giancarlo Stanton had a great season. Carlos Correa had a pretty nice year. Josh Bell, really good year for him as well, so that's good to see. Gio Urshela was okay. Jorge Polanco, pretty good year for him. Max Kepler was decent, and Yan Gomes behind the plate. Now, you know, it's there, and then just looking at the bench, Jake Cave. All right, yeah, I mean, it's nothing incredible to write home about. Alex kind of struggled a little bit, you know, at the plate, so maybe next season he'll be a bit better. Pitching rotation-wise, Joe Ryan, 7-12, not great. Sonny Gray had a bad second half of the season. I did end up extending him, so maybe we look to move him, who knows. Chris Paddock, though, had a good year. Kenta Maeda ended the season on fire. And then Jordan Blazevich had a horrible second half of the season. Jeez, okay. Bailey was pretty good, though, and then the rest of the bullpen, just looking at it, Pagan kind of struggled. But other than that, it was pretty good. So that was definitely 46 saves. Well, we got an offseason. We got our offseason to look forward to and try to add some pieces to this team. So let's see who wins the World Series and get on to that offseason. So the Mets beat the Astros in the 2022 World Series. I feel like I don't ever really see the Mets win, so good for the Mets. All right, so we're at arbitration. I did offer a couple guys like Josh Bell, Tyler Duffy, and even contracts. But I did not offer Dylan Bundy, so he's going to be walking in free agency. However, we are going to have a decent amount of money, I think. Enough to maybe add a few players. We're going to have to do depending on the contracts and arbitration. So we'll see how much we have to spend in this year's free agency. At free agency, there's some players we might want to add here to this team. So maybe some pitching for sure. I'm going to offer some contracts, see what's out there, and let's see who we pick up. All right, first move we made, we're going to improve our bullpen a little bit with Taylor Rogers. So welcome to Team Taylor Rogers. We also picked up Wilson Contreras. He's going to be our starting catcher. All right, I'm going to do this trade with the Marlins. We're just going to give up Yan Gomes and Jose Godoy to the Marlins. We're going to get back Andy Bennett and Jordan Holloway. So slight clearance of cap, or / budget, rather. And then, yeah, we get 2 relief pitchers. All right, so start of the second season. And just so you guys know, we did end up getting a few other pitchers. I'll show you guys when we show our rotation. But we didn't really do too much in terms of pitchers. We kind of struck out a little bit there. But you know, we have Buxton still. We got Luis, got Stanton coming off a nice season. We got Carlos Correa, Josh Bell. So Rhys Hoskins also here. So I guess they're going to switch off. Yeah, they are. So that's cool. So that's a nice little tandem there. Then we got Gio Urshela. Unless I want to move one of them for a starting pitcher, which I might actually do. Gio Urshela, Jorge Polanco, Wilson Contreras now as our starting catcher. And Max Kepler's in right. And like I said, we have Rhys Hoskins, who I might look to move, actually, if we have Josh Bell, since he can also switch hit. Gary Sanchez, stop him. Or Sanchez. Sanchez. You know, how do you guys pronounce the A, over the accent over the A? Do you guys say A or A? I would say like an American, Gary Sanchez. But Sanchez sounds cooler, so yeah. Anyways, all right, so that's the team there. Yeah, so our rotation, we did get we did get Corey Kluber back, which is cool, and we also got Kyle Gibson. Or we got Corey Kluber, we got Sonny Gray, we got Joe Ryan, Chris Paddock, and then Kyle Gibson. It's not an amazing starting 5. And our bullpen, you know, we also got Carlos Carrasco, just like some starting pitcher depth. Yeah, I'm just looking at our bullpen. It's not amazing. Duffy, Jorge Alcala is coming off a nice, decent year. Got Anthony Bender, like I said, in that trade. Taylor Rogers is here. So it's okay. I definitely think our pitching needs a little bit of work. At least at the starting spot. So I might try to trade for a starting pitcher, which means I might look to move Rhys Hoskins, and especially since he could be a free agent. So yeah, let's see what I can get for him if I get another starting pitcher. All right, I'll do this deal with the Pirates. So we're gonna give up Rhys Hoskins, Nick Gordon, and Randy Dobnak, and we get back Zach Thompson and Sean Meneas. So that's gonna add a little bit to our starting rotation. Nothing incredible, but it'll help us out, I think, in the long run. So we do have some free agents coming up, like Jorge Blanco, Gio Urshela. So, and then all these guys down here, Kepler, Maeda. Although, yeah, we'll see what we end up doing. I'm not going to make any more moves until maybe the All-Star week, see how we're doing, and kind of assess the team then. So I'm going to simulate, and I'll see you guys once I'm there. So we're at All-Star week, currently 51-47, game and a half back of the White Sox. So we're kind of in that hunt right there. I think we need to win the division, though, if we're going to want to make the postseason, because in terms of the wild card, we're 3 games back against the Jays, the Rays, and then also the Astros. A few games up the, they're at that top spot. So where are we struggling? That is the question. It looks like our pitching is kind of not doing amazing. Yeah, pitching struggling a little bit. In terms of our lineup, so let's take a look at that. So Byron Buxton now hitting 241. He can do a lot of things on the field though. So he's great fielder, great base runner. Just like that, average up a little bit higher. But Luis is actually hitting the ball pretty well, so he's making contact, getting on base. Carlos Correa is having a good season. Wilson Contreras is having a really nice year, so I like to see that. Josh Bell, pretty decent season. Jorge Polanco is having a very nice year. Gio Urshela is kind of cold this year a little bit. Max Kepler's been good, and then Alex Kirilloff's been struggling, and Giancarlo Stanton's hurt. So that's not good. Jake Cave, though, has been really good. Austin Martin's been great as well. Gary Sanchez had 4 at-bats this season, so I don't know what that's all about, but that's going to make me want to trade him. So I'm probably going to just look to make a move now. In terms of our injuries list, yeah, let's just see. So Stanton's gone with a broken shin. He was having an amazing season before he got hurt, so that's really unfortunate. But other than him getting hurt, yeah, Jeffers is hurt, but he's back though, so he'll just be the backup catcher. But I pitching rotation. Sean Manaea is kind of struggling. Joe Ryan's been pretty good. Chris Paddock's been on fire. He's having a great season. Sonny Gray's having a not very good year, and Zach Thompson's been pretty decent. Kluber's not doing too great. Yeah, the pitching is kind of letting me down a little bit. Thielbar's having an awful season this year. But Tyler Duffy's not pitching that great either. He's having a bad year. And then Taylor Rogers has been pretty good. But yeah, most of the bullpen's been pretty good. Some bad eggs. But I think I'm just gonna move not Gio Urshela. I'm gonna move Gary Sanchez because he's making some money, and I think we can get something else for him. Maybe another bat, maybe another pitcher, because he's not really playing. I'm going to do this deal with the Orioles. We're going to pick up Austin Hayes for Gary Sanchez, Gilbert Celestino, and then Junior Rosario. I'm going to do this shit with the Rockies. We're going to get Antonio Senzatella, who's having an amazing season, for Thielbar, Joe Smith, and Sonny Gray. So, welcome to the team, Senzatella, or Antonio Senzatella. So now, I do want to get if that's possible, if there's any relief pitchers out here that I can kind of just pick up for the rest of the season. I might just do that since we don't really have many relief pitchers. I guess maybe one of these guys could just get called up. But I'm just going to pick up a reliever like Tony Watson for just the season. So there we go. That's all the moves I'm going to make. Can we make the postseason? Potentially. If not, we've always got one more season. So let's see how this team does for the rest of the year. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So, postseason bound, we went 90-72, which is not great, but that's enough to win our division, taking on the Blue Jays in the division series, and I'll take it. I'm happy with that. We still have some injuries, but luckily it's nobody in MLB, which is cool. So, Buxton, yeah, he's kind of struggling a bit at the plate. Lisa had a really nice season, ended the season on fire. Giancarlo Stanton came back and was still great, so hopefully he can kind of just continue, stay healthy. I'd rather him DH, but okay. I don't know why he's only DHing. It doesn't really make sense, but all right. I'd rather him just permanently DH. Correa has been really good. Josh Bell ended the season kind of cold, which is annoying. Polanco was okay. Could have been a little bit better. Gio Urshela could have been a little bit better. Wilson Contreras had a phenomenal season. Love to see that. And then Kepler, decent. And then, Austin Martin. Austin Hayes was good. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess if Leafs gonna hit the ball like that, I mean, you might as well just have him in the lineup, right? It's just kind of hard though. There's just so many. It's so weird what to do. Austin Martin's also in limited time. He's been great, so love to see that. He plays a lot of different positions too. There's just so many guys with a lot of versatility. So love to see that. Pitching rotation. Sean Manaea was Joe Ryan had a good season though. Chris Paddock was excellent, so love to see that. Senzatello was phenomenal. And then Zach Thompson, pretty decent season for him. Kluber ended up doing pretty good as well. Nice. Kenta Maeda I don't even think he was in the majors this season. Devin Smeltzer, Jordan Holloway. Okay, nothing too incredible there. Cody was good. Jorge was good. Actually, the bullpen was really good. That's very good to see. So when you have a good bullpen, that's what we're talking about. So hope we can kind of carry that into the postseason. Yeah, 90 wins. Definitely not a very good team. Wow, look at this. The AL East was very tightly packed, other than the Orioles. Yeah. Okay. It's going to be tough. We're taking on the Blue Jays. So let's see if we can beat them. Game 1, we win 5-4. Okay. Ryan versus Barris Game 2, we win 6-0. Are we going to win Game 3? We lose Game 3. Senzatella on the mound, and we lose. And we lost 3 straight. So we win 2 straight. You give me confidence, and then we blow 3 games in a row. So we blew a 2-0 lead. That's embarrassing. And did Corey Kluber start the game? Or did he come in and blow the game? He came in and blew the game. Gave up 1 run in the bottom of the 8th. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Well, we got one more season. Maybe next year will be our year, but I'll simulate and see. Let's just simulate and see who wins, and then get on to the offseason. It's going to be the Dodgers beating the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays ended up all the way to the World Series, and then couldn't get the job done. They lost in 7. Offered Polanco, Urshela, Kepler contracts, so that's cool. We got arbitration coming up here, so we're going to do all that. We'll do the tendering of the contracts. We might have a little bit of money left over to maybe add a few pieces to this team. We might have to do it through trades, but I'm just going to do my arbitration and the tendering of the contracts, and I'll see you guys once I'm done doing that. All right, at free agency, I mean, I'm trying to think of what I would want to do. I mean, maybe upgrade my right field spot, get someone else instead of Kepler, and he can kind of become a platoon guy. Maybe get someone else besides Gio Urshela. Maybe try to get another pitcher, and kind of just re-sign Polanco. So I'm just going to throw out some contract offers, see who accepts them. We have about $24 million, so that's pretty cool. A little over $24 million. So let's see what we can end up picking up for this team. All right, so we picked up Tyler Glass, though. He's going to be another pitcher for us, so add to the starting rotation. We picked up Josh Hader, so he's going to be in the bullpen for us, so more bullpen help with Josh. And I did make a couple other small signings as well, so that's pretty sweet. I'm excited. I think, is there anybody else here that I'd potentially want to sign in free agency? Or I think I'm pretty much set, so if I'm going to make any more moves, it's going to be through trades, so I'll see you guys at the third and final season. So this is the team that we currently have right now. So we got Byron Buxton, we got Luis, we got Stanton, Correa, Josh Bell, we got Brian Anderson now, so he's going to be like their baseman. We got Jorge Polanco, we've got Wilson Contreras, and we got Max Kepler and right. I did pick up a few guys here, so we got Austin Martin still, we got Austin Hayes still, we got Kirilloff, we got Ryan Jeffers. Still got Gio Urshela. We got him back. We got Mitch Haniger, so we got him. We got Miranda. I mean, there's still a trade or two that we could make potentially to make this team good. I mean, I'm going to look to do so. But I am happy with this team. I think it's pretty solid. The rotation with Tyler Glasnow, Sean Manaea, Joe Ryan, Chris Paddock, and Antonio Senzatella. It's pretty solid. We got Zach Thompson, Corey Kluber in the bullpen with Jordan Belezovich. It's pretty good. Jimmy Nelson picked him up in free agency. So yeah, the bullpen's looking pretty filthy, I'd say. So I'm excited to see how that's going to be. In terms of trades, we do have the space for a trade. So I might look to make a trade or two to make this work, make us even better to start off the season. and then maybe we make one at the All-Star break. But let's just see what's out there, if I can muster up a trade. Let's do with the Astros. We're going to get Max Muncy and Tres Perea for Alex Kirilloff, Jose Miranda, and Gio Urshela. So Max Muncy, welcome to the team, which means I think Josh Bell is now like going to be our backup first baseman. We just didn't have we only have 3 first basemen now in our lineup, so on our depth chart. So Max Muncy, just another bat to have on the squad. I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm going to see if there's any more trades we can make, maybe another pitcher. All right, this could be the final trade I'm going to make with the Rangers. So Tony Watson, Carlos Carrasco, and Tony McKenzie are going to go to the Rangers. We're going to get back Jordan Hicks, decent starter. Maybe could fill in as a depth starter in case one of my guys goes down. So I'm pretty happy with this team. I think this team should be able to make the postseason again. But the only way to find us is to simulate. So I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. And we are at the All-Star break, and we're sitting at 64-33. So this team is playing very, very well. And I'm liking the way we're looking right now. So, let's take a look at the injuries. Do we have any injuries in the majors? We don't. Not in the majors, at least. In terms of our lineups, how's everybody doing? Byron Buxton is actually hitting the ball like crazy this year. So, that's what I like to see from him. Luis is doing okay. Not as good as he's been doing, but still good. Pretty good nevertheless. Giancarlo Stanton's healthy, and he's on fire. Max Muncy's having a nice season. Carlos Correa is doing pretty good. Got Brian Anderson, who's having a nice season. Been on fire as of late, so he's doing pretty good now. Polanco's been on fire, which is good to see. Contreras been kind of cold, and Max Kepler's been kind of struggling a little bit. Austin Hayes, same thing. Josh Bell, when he does play, he does really, really well. Mitch Haniger hasn't been playing too much, but when he does, he's been productive. The only thing I might want to do is maybe trade for a right fielder. That'd be it. Like, literally just like a starting right fielder, and I would be really happy. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll literally just do that. Pitching rotation. Tyler Glasnow has been pretty decent. Could be a little bit better, though, with the ERA, but it's still been done really well. Sean Manaea, this is a very nice season for him. Dries but hot. That's cool. Chris Paddock, another great season from him. And then Antonio Senzatella, even though he's 6-8, he's been pitching very good. Corey Kluber's undefeated this year. So that's good to see. Devin Smeltzer's been great. Jordan Holloway's been great. Jimmy Nelson's been good for the most part. Cody's been amazing. Josh Hader's been great when he pitches. Jorge Alcala's been good. And Taylor Rogers has been excellent as well. It's 36 saves, not a single blown save. So this bullpen is looking pretty filthy. Honestly, we've been doing pretty good for pitching. So I don't even know if I want to touch that. Like I said, the only thing I might want to do is maybe just try to get a better right fielder. Someone that's having a good season. That's hot. We have about 10.83 million. So let's see if we can maybe muster up a trade for a right fielder. To be honest, this trade with the Brewers doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care if it makes no sense. We're going to flip Kepler, Haniger, and Hayes for Hunter Renfroe, Christian Yelich, and Devin Williams. So we're getting back Renfroe, who's having a good year, get Christian Yelich, and then we also are getting Devin Williams. Again, it doesn't make any sense why I'm doing this trade, but might as well do it. And there you go. I think this is it. I'm done making moves. And we should be able to make the postseason. I'll see you guys once I'm at the postseason. Well, we won 100 games and won our division. We're taking on the Astros in the division series, so pretty solid stuff for your Minnesota Twins. Let's take a look at the standings, see how we did. So 100 wins, and that was not the best in the AL, though. The Blue Jays had 101, but one of the better teams in the MLB for sure. Here you see the awards. Byron Buxton won a Gold Glove. Nice to see from him. League leaders, don't really care about that. It's Taylor Rogers. That's cool. And any injuries for the most part? No. Kyle Gibson has regressed like crazy. Okay. Let's take a look at the lineup, see how everybody did. So Christian Yelich ended up being the DH, and he was really good. So we will take that. Brian Anderson was on fire. I like to see that. Giancarlo Stanton had ended the season cold, but he still had an unbelievable year. So when he's healthy, he is very good at producing. Max Muncy had a nice year, ended the season on fire. Correa had a good year. Contreras ended the season on fire. Hunter Renfroe kind of ended the season on a cold note for us, but still had a decent year. Jorge Polanco was okay, and then Byron Buxton is now hitting 9th, but I don't care. He had a really good year. He hit the ball really well. Then on our bench, Josh Bell was really good. But yeah, I guess that kind of sucks that I feel like Luis got the short end of the stick having to go back to the minors, but either way, he was definitely a productive player throughout this simulation. But let's take a look at Sean Manaea. He had a phenomenal year. Tyler Glasnow ended the season on a cold note. Same with Joe Ryan. But decent stuff there. Chris Paddock was excellent. Antonio Senzatella was very good. Maybe he just didn't get enough run support. Now we got Zach Thompson up here. I guess he was in the minors this season. I don't know what happened. I guess he was in the minors. So, but our bullpen, we picked up Devin Williams. So he's now there with Smeltzer, Holloway. Cody was amazing. Josh was amazing. Everyone in our bullpen was unbelievable. Like, just excellent. So the bullpen, I think if our bullpen could just continue to pitch like that, we have a chance to win a World Series with this team. I think this team could maybe make a run. Let's find out. Well, we're playing against Houston. I want to jinx it. Game 1, we lose 9-3. Game 2, we win 3-2. Can we win game 3? Yep. We lose game 4, and we lose game 5. 6-9. 6-9. So remember I just said this. I said, oh yeah, we can make a run. Nope. Nope. We lose in 5 to the Houston Astros. Sean Manaea did terrible in the postseason. He did terrible in the postseason. That's unfortunate. Cody let us down on that game. Well, what are you going to do? We came close, but not close enough. Braves beat the Blue Jays in the World Series. Once again, went to 7 games. Good for them, I guess. What were the Braves? I'm just curious. 105 wins. So they were actually the best team. The 2 best teams ended up making the World Series. I guess that makes sense, right? All right, well, let's go to the full screen close of the video. It for today's video on the Minnesota Twins. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. And let me know down in the comments below some more videos. Check my source down in the description. Got a playlist down below containing other MLB The Show 22 franchise content. And if you like my content, check out my channel from TJP. So we've got an interesting one coming up here. So that was our last AL Central team. So now we have 5 more AL teams. But we still have 1 more NL Central team to do, and that'll be the Cardinals. So be on the lookout for that. And we got a Mario Super Sluggers video. So after that, we got only 10 more teams. We've almost made videos on all the single teams, so this should be fun. I don't know when. I wonder when we're actually expected to finish this. I would assume probably like middle of May. We'll have all 30 teams. I don't know. Maybe we'll go back and rebuild a couple of them because some of the rosters weren't up to date. But we'll see. I don't know. I know a couple people suggested that. But either way, I'm going to head on out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care. Have a great night. See you soon, and peace.